Hey guys, Caleb with Promotobillet here. We're going to do a spark arrestor install today on a 2017 Yamaha YZ450F. So with your spark arrestor purchase, you get a base, you get an anodized nozzle, you get a spark arrestor screen that allows it to be USFS approved. You'll get 3 socket head bolts that secure the nozzle in place and a few self-tapping screws to secure the base into the muffler. As far as tools go, you'll need a 13/64 drill bit, a hammer, a center punch, some high temp silicone sealant, and an Allen wrench. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is drill out these self-tapping screws. We've taken the muffler off the bike to make it a little easier to work on, put it in a vise. You can do it on your bike too, but it's a lot easier to do it on the vise. Make sure you're cramping onto the muffler bracket. Don't do it onto the pipe because you could ruin your pipe. Alright, so once you get all the stock rivets out, you're going to want to get rid of this silicone in here. Sometimes you can use a razor blade to kind of cut the silicone if they're pretty easy to get out. Sometimes they're kind of baked on there and you're going to want to use a nice heat gun to heat it up and you'll be able to pull it off. You're going to want to let it cool down and touch it. It's going to be pretty hot. Once you got your stock nozzle pulled off, you're going to want to clear out any of the aluminum shavings from the rivets. Also, now's a good time to replace your packing if it needs to be, and clean out any excess silicone that you have hanging in there. Take your base, make sure it's properly seated all the way in. And now you can drill your pilot holes for the self-tapping screws. Once you got the holes all drilled out there for the self-tapping screws, you can back that nozzle off. You're gonna wanna clean out all the shavings that you might have in there and put the nozzle slightly in to hold it in place for you. Then you can get your high temp silicone. And just put a nice little thin layer around the whole edge. And you can push that back in and you can just wipe clean any excess that you have left over. All right. So then you can take your self-tapping screws, put one in each one of the holes. All right, so once you got all your self-tapping screws in there, you can grab your USFS approved spark arrestor screen. It's got a little recessed area in the base here. That screen will fit nicely in there. Grab your nozzle. You'll have 2 bolts on the top and 1 on the bottom. Fits nicely in those recessed areas on the base. You'll have 3 of the socket screws. One will be a lot longer than the other, and it'll go on the bottom. In this case, it goes on the top since we have our muffler upside down. Once you get these all nice and tight, you're ready to put it back on your bike and hit the trail. Thanks for tuning in on our spark arrestor install video. Be sure to check us out on our social media pages. We'll see you guys next time.